Of this video is to talk about some of the benefits that I've received from taking a daily cold shower, and also talk through some ideas for how I was able to get started with this habit, because I really had a lot of difficulty at first, and share share how I got started, and hopefully if this is something that you want to start doing, you might find some of this content useful. So to start off, I want to talk about how I got into it. So how I got into it was, one of my friends told me that he was taking cold showers, and he saw a lot of health benefits, motivation benefits, and seeing as this person is literally one of the most productive, optimistic, fit, really strong people that I know, I decided to give it a try. So I started, and I'll get into the benefits now, which is like benefits that I've noticed anecdotally, which is after I take a cold shower, I feel sharper and more calm, and just a much more clear-headed, focused version. I would say focused version of myself, and also just feel good. I feel really good and like ready for whatever's next. Feel like a monster. I just want to get after whatever. Like after I take a cold shower, I am immediately, my mind is like, okay, let's go do something difficult. So I'm looking to do something that's challenging. If I'm sitting with my instrument, I'm looking to learn something new versus just playing along to something that I've always done. If I go exercise, I'm usually trying to push my limits. And anyway, I just feel like a lot more focused version of myself after that. It's just way easier for me to get dialed in and lock in and get into the zone of whatever I'm trying to do. So I'd say that is honestly the hugest benefit. And then of course you're wide awake, right? If you have freezing cold water put on you, you wake up. So a lot of times when usually I take a cold shower in the morning. I usually get up, get some sunlight in my eyes, and then I go and take a cold shower. And usually, if I have any sleep inertia for whatever reason, if I woke up in the middle of a sleep cycle and I'm still feeling like a little bit foggy or lethargic from not being fully awake yet, that clears that right away. It's very, very immediate. So anyway, now that we've discussed the benefits, I wanted to get into my experience with starting, because I had a lot of trouble starting. So I heard about the benefits, and I decided to go try taking a cold shower. And I went in and I put the cold water on, and it hit my skin, and I immediately said, whoa, this is not for me. And I turned it off, and I just took a regular shower after maybe 3 or 4 seconds of cold water on me. And so I think starting like that, for me at least, didn't work, and maybe for some people that can work well. And if you can go straight into it, great. But how I was able to get into the habit. So that's where I started. And now where I am now is, just this morning, I just went straight into a cold shower, and I was able to just hang out in there for about 2 to 3 minutes, and essentially hang out in there until I stopped the shivering and chattering. I was able to just kind of stand there and tell myself, oh, it's just cold. The water is just cold. And slowly kind of eventually get to the point where you're moving and you're just letting the cold water touch different parts of your body. Anyway, so that's where I am now, but obviously that's not where I started. And I'll get into like what worked for me. Like, it was kind of a gradual process. So how I was able to get to this point, from the point of not being only being able to go in for 2 seconds, was I started just taking normal showers. And at the end, I would just turn it cold at the very end for, at the beginning, just 10 seconds. And I would just count to 10. And then I would next time I'd go to like 15 or 20. And then I kept kind of upping it. And sometimes I would revert and it'd only be like 10. And then I kept kind of upping it until eventually I could do 60 seconds very consistently. And after that, I noticed that there was this place right near me called Sweat House, which does infrared therapy, like saunas, and then you jump into a cold plunge afterwards. And so I took my wife on a surprise date there to do a sauna plus cold plunge, and and she was actually able to just do it without, I had to build my way up to the 1 minute mark before I think I was ready for the cold plunge. But anyway, anyway, so that was really cold, and I got in there and I was able to go in there for 3 minutes. And after that, my mind just kind of activated, and I was like, okay, I can do this. This is it. And after, I mean, afterwards, the cold plunge is way colder than my shower ever got. And it was just really, I mean, you feel after that, felt like I've just had a really intense workout without actually working out. I felt very oxygenated. I felt very, again, all this earlier things I was talking about, focused, excited. I couldn't wait to go home and start working on things. Very motivated. And so after that, it was pretty easy for me to start taking cold showers, going straight in. So then I got into a little habit where I would go straight into cold, and I would put the temperature up to heat, and it would take like about 30 seconds to a minute, maybe 2 minutes to warm up. And I would be in cold until it warmed up, and then I'd have a regular shower in warm water, and then I would go back down to cold at the very end. So then I was in that habit for a little while, and now I'm in the habit of, in the morning, I go straight into a cold for 2 to 3 minutes, and 1 to 3 minutes is more accurate. And then in the evening, I end up taking just a regular hot shower. And if I'm doing something after, like I'm doing an activity after, versus just usually I'll take like a hot shower at the end of the day or after a workout, and then I'll end up like eating and reading until I go to bed. But if I'm doing an activity, like I'm planning on picking up my instrument, or if I'm planning on going somewhere with Vanessa or with friends, then I'll actually do the 1 minute cold again at night. So that's the rhythm that I've gotten into. Again, to recap, a lot of benefits. I think you'll become, at least I've noticed, I've become a lot more focused and motivated version of myself after a cold shower. That's what I become. And I think that in terms of getting started, I would say ease yourself into it. Take a regular shower and then go to like 10 seconds. Try to do 10 seconds of cold and then slowly up that. Then obviously, yeah, I think there's a small percentage of people who cold showers can be dangerous to. Yeah, definitely be careful with some of this stuff. But I think for most people that there are a lot of benefits, at least from what I've noticed anecdotally. People talk about it a lot. I know Andrew Huberman's really big, and there are a lot of like more scientific, just an anecdotal experience for me though. It's been a more calm, sharper, focused, motivated version of myself, and who doesn't want that, right? I think that's what we all want. And so yeah, I wish you luck on your journey. I hope this video helped you start your cold shower journey, because now I'm taking cold showers like every single day, and it's always difficult. A lot of times I take one. Right now I've been taking them, like I said, in the morning, and I'm always kind of like dilly-dallying before I jump in there. I'm flossing or brushing my teeth and a little longer than I should be, and I'm kind of like putting off getting in there. But as soon as I get in and as soon as I finish the cold shower, I think to myself, okay, yeah, that was the best thing I could have done, because now I'm just supercharged with motivation to go do something hard. So anyway, I hope this video helped you. Like and subscribe if it did, and I'll talk to y'all next time.
And our friendship's building day by day. Atlanta buildings rising brick by brick. You just call me when you need me. You just call me when you need me. And our friendship's building day by day, by day. Atlanta buildings rising brick by brick. Red stripe beer on my fingertips. Laughter tastes like chocolate. Friendships building, friendships building.